Player for the Tigers tonight, making his debut. Ewan Thompson from the Northern Knights will look for him, and I think Chris Bond will probably get the job on Ben Cousins, who has been a star for the Eagles.
Just while we're having a look at the West Coast Eagles and Guy McKenna, let's go down to their chairman of selectors, Ian Miller. Here he is speaking with Dennis Cometti. Den? Yep. As Ian said, a couple of forced changes, Jared.
Yes, they have made a number of changes, but you look at their back line, it is so strong and it's very settled with Worsfold, McKenna and McIntosh. Difficult to see the Tigers kicking a winning score. And you look at their forward line, the Eagles, they've got Donnelly, Cousins, Ball and even Jakovic. They look pretty strong.
So we'll take a break from the MCG. It's all coming away shortly.
Sandy, well, with me, Matthew Rogers. Welcome, Matty.
Thanks, Dipper. Thanks a lot.
An important night for the Tigers tonight.
Very much so. Yes, we want this one for sure.
Now, unfortunately for you, you're not playing because of an injury.
Yeah, it looks like I'll probably have to miss one more, but can't wait to get back, that's for sure.
Now, you got red eyes. I know why. It's your dad's 50th yesterday. So say hello to Dad.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dad, for yesterday. Turned 50, so yeah, it's good.
Good on you, mate. And we'll see you throughout the night, OK?
Thanks, Dipper.
So here we go. The opening bounce with the Eagles hopefully to be centre-lined by Ilya Grigic in the middle, going to the left of screen. They push it down towards left half forward. As he said, a big night for Guy McKenna, his 200th, and a big night for a couple of Tigers too, as Peter Matera's hand pass goes astray. Campbell comes through, a prolific ball getter, gets the hand pass away. Tigers looking for a big start. Kick came from Daffy up towards right half forward. Here goes Matera. Peter Matera tucks it under his arm and away he goes. Floating kick up towards half forward. A couple fly and Ilya Grigic takes it from behind. He plays on. Big Ilya, 60 metres out. A high kick in towards full forward. At the back, Gehrig had the opportunity and rugby style almost taken over the line. It's going to be a free kick to the Tigers on the very last line of defence. Scotty Turner.
A bit of an opportunity gone begging there for the West Coast Eagles. Not to be, and good tackling there and good pressure by the Tiger defence.
He just pushes it up towards the half-back flank and it goes over, and back from his boundary riding duties, Dennis Cometti. Welcome, Den.
Thank you, Sandy. All the better for it, of course. Smell of the turf, the liniment. They can keep it.
You've got a future down there, Dennis.
Throw in right on the 50. Grigic knocked it down. Broderick hurriedly onto the boot. Gale's got it now. At half-back, smothered by Matera. Spills back into the congestion. Tate, the hand pass out wide. This is Prescott. High one, flooding it towards half-forward. Miranda, almost the grab. Found it on the ground, brilliantly done. Runs to the 50, settles, heads for home. The kick is wayward, flooding towards the pocket. Charles goes back. Big Justin. About 10 metres out, runs around, snaps. I think he's got it. He has. He makes a difference.
The most important for the Tigers to get off to this sort of start, because I think over the last few years they've been known as an emotional side, and when they do play with great emotion, they can play above what we'd expect on paper. To take full advantage of that, you've got to get away to a good start. And Justin Charles, well, nobody typifies the spirit of the Tigers more than Justin Charles. I think I may well have said that Ewan Thompson was making his debut tonight. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, so apologies to Mr. and Mrs. and also to Ewan, but we'll see you out in the ground shortly.
Brendan Gale puts the Tigers into attack once again, down to half forward only as far as Brett Heady.
Never trust what you're told in the press box, Andy.
Heady back towards centre wing. In their 16 meetings, the Tigers have managed only 4 wins to date. West Coast Eagles really have dominated as Worsfold floats in front of the pack. Couldn't quite complete the mark, needs assistance and gets it from Chris Lewis, who's been playing excellent football. Off to Heady, wobbles one, not very far. Michael Gale beaten initially by Matera, who pushes towards the line and over. Check on the benches now. Firstly for the Tigers, Dipper.
Sandy, number 16, Ben Holland. Number 22, Nathan Bauer. And the speedster, 26, Trent Nichols for Richmond.
Yes, Trent playing his 100th game tonight, so we wish him well. Past Michael Gale. Prescott is there. Hand pass intercepted. Chance for Matera once again. Picking up a few possessions. Needed help on that occasion. Hasn't got it. Broderick gives away a little bit of ground, but it's okay to find Tate. Centering kick in towards half forward. Grigic backs into the pack and takes a strong mark. Big Elia plays on to Johnny Worsfold.
Here's Lewis across the ground. McKenna fumbled it. Daffy and McKenna wrestling on the outer side. Now Simmons into space. As it bounce, settles down towards half forward. Ball on the lead, a searching lead up the ground. Will kick from right on the 50. Jason Ball. All eyes. Eagles down by 6 points. If he were a fullback, he'd be in trouble by now. Goes for distance, very high, nobody back. It's a goal. Great decision.
Here at the MCG, Jason Ball, who was the leading goal kicker at the club a couple of years ago, gets the West Coast Eagles first, so they are on the board. From the middle, here goes Matera, steaming through the centre. Peter Matera, searching hand pass. An opportunity for Lovell. He's pushed as he takes the kick. And it's, with that pressure, forced out of bounds on the full. To the West Coast interchange, Dipper.
Number 13, Josh Wooden, the young boy, and also 36, David Hart, and number 44, David Wirupanda.
Thanks, Dipper. Grigich spoils at the back. Chad Morrison waiting down in front, couldn't take it. Clever kick by Matera, though, is going to give Cousins an opportunity to put the Eagles in front.
And a pretty fine centre from Peter Matera, who's already got a couple of possessions, so effective with his disposals. And Chris Bond will have the onerous task of trying to quell the impact of this Norwich Rising Star.
He kicks from 40 metres, started it way right, and in fact stayed right. And Bond having a little bit to say, so too Cousins. Bondy might be giving him some goal-kicking advice, Jared.
Well, after that, he could perhaps do with some, but we know he is a fantastic goal kicker, a natural rover, and somebody who's going to be a part of the Eagles for a decade.
Beautiful kick in. Prescott didn't have to break stride on the outer side. Left half back plays on now. Kick along towards half forward. Got a jostling down there. The strength of Jakovic prevailing. Bowden brilliantly done to Michael Gale. Forward of the wing inside the 50. Loose ball behind. Wasn't a push in the back. Nothing doing. Still a scramble. Jakovic again throws it on the boot. Bowden in trouble. Chaffee taken front on Michael Gale. Guess who? Worsfold. Matera digs it out. Jakovic on his knees. Turnbull. Miranda from 48 off his step towards the pocket. McKenna heads for the boundary line. Didn't get it across. Bowden. Not a bad effort, but I think it may have been out of bounds. That's the call.
Well, just running down the centre to centre line, McIntosh is picking up Burke. Bullis is going with Jakovic. Broderick in the middle with Schofield. Callaway has got Garrick, and he is an important player, and Turner on ball.
Turnbull and Charles pushed down in front. The big Tiger gets it out. Snap going across the face of goal. We know mark an opportunity for Burke, but pushed over the line and one behind. Scores level. Cool night in Melbourne, no rain. Heady. Now McKenna. The first 200 gamer for the club. Magnificent effort, been a wonderful player. Jakovic almost down to centre wing. The drop punt up towards left half forward. It was Gasper who defended, pushing it down in front. Michael Gale over the line. Michael Gale also approaching the 200 club, sitting on 170 games. Schofield, Lovell, 65 metres out, in towards half forward. Richmond should be able to tidy up at the back. Callaway was first to it. Needed support and got it. Now Miranda's way down in the back pocket. He won't get there in time. Simmons sees it over the line.
7 points apiece. Boundary throw in either side. Gehrig so good last week. And Gale. Gehrig taps it down. Campbell taken immediately by Schofield. The bounce. Campbell averaging 29 possessions a game. That's outside the 50 then. Gale and Gehrig. Body work. Lovell. Campbell missed it. Gehrig, aided by that left foot, comes away, runs to 50. Long kick, contest in the square, off hands, waiting behind Matera. That's Phillip trying to get it back to Grgic. Over the ball was Turner, picked up by Matera, tried to bounce it out to Cousins. In the road though was Bond. Bond towards halfback, Michael Gale, pickle bounce. Peter Matera leads back in the race now, still Matera. Went past Bowden, conceding some ground to Heady. Back it comes again. Great pressure by the Tigers. Worsfold missed it. Bowden comes through, picks it up, kicks inside the 50. Down towards Turnbull, fisting away from Charles. Loose ball in front. McKenna with poise. Across the ground. Worsfold in space. Still Worsfold favoured by the ball. Sliding in there though was Bowden, falling to the ground to Prescott. 55 metres out, smothered by Lewis. In goes Heady on his knees. Away to Worsfold. Worsfold to Lewis. And Lewis now with some time finds Simmons.
Great pressure from both sides as Simmons goes to Gehrig on the outer side. Now it's the Eagles' chance to run, although Gehrig gets caught. A ball goes up from the Richmond fans. It'll be a play on call as Campbell was trying to find Miranda. Eventually he does. Just slaps it wide towards Broderick. Goes back towards the wing area once again. Off hands to Prescott. Prescott looks down towards left half forward, and Benny Gale sneaks away, 70 metres out, spears it in towards half forward. What a fantastic diving mark by Burke.
Well, we're not going to see better than that tonight. Perhaps we won't see it throughout the English summer. That is a fantastic slip catch, particularly with a breezy ball. Such a talented player is David Burke. And the Tigers a far better combination when he is playing. He can go forward or back. Probably hasn't settled on his best position at the present time, but he is an exciting talent.
40 metres out. The angle certainly shouldn't be a problem. Sea of black and red goes up. He goes. Black and gold.
John, it's here.
Of the ball goes out towards the wing, hooks it down inside the 50. Falls short of ball, awkward bounce. Tigers in all directions. They mucked it up though. It comes across the ball, smothered off the boot. It ricochets towards Funky, pushed out of it by Morrison. On his knees, back towards ball. He's about 35 metres out from goal. Bought some time and space for Phillip Matera, who backs outside the 50. Goes in short, missed the target. Opportunity for Broderick, so good with his hands normally. What will he do? He'll kick it this time. Props it up towards the centre. It runs rather slowly in the direction of a man coming hard. That was Heady. Heady made it his. Back towards centre half forward. Clever finish. Phillip Matera had it. A few Tigers hesitant there in the centre.
Brilliant play from Brett Heady, wasn't it?
Yep.
Charging on a straight line.
Matera, penetrating kick. Great grab, ball 5 metres out directly in front. That was strong in the pack. To kick out his second right here. Coming into this match, 6 goals in 7 games. This time last year, he put it 13. No doubting that one. This to tie it up. Jason Ball. Ooh. Leave it to the umpire.
I think everybody at home could see that one. Certainly just miscued it off the boot as Nathan Bauer comes onto the ground. Mark Miranda just quickly off the ground having a chat to the coach. And the players are performing the huddle here. The West Coast Eagles are going man on man at the kickouts. Generally, that results.
Turner's kick good to Kellaway. Up towards left half forward. Bowden. Underneath a drop punt, just virtually chipping it towards full forward and Justin Charles. So that miss by Ball could prove costly now. Let's go down to the ground. What are the conditions like, Dipper?
Sandy, it's very good here tonight. Normally in the night conditions we have a lot of dew on the grass, but tonight we just saw there 3 kicks and 3 marks. The ball is very, very dry, and the players are allowed to sort of use their speed tonight.
Charles from 40 metres. One behind the result.
You could have asked me that. I was down there. With the words of Ace Ventura, I was there.
Interesting, the Eagles are going man on man at the kickouts. You would think most clubs now would think that that is maybe an easy way for the opposition to get a man free. We'll keep a close eye on that tonight.
Worsfold to Heady. Comes wide now. Jakovic has got to beat 3 if this stays in. Burke just slaps it over the back to Michael Gale. Chips it in towards half forward. Prescott is 65 metres out. Goes in towards the pocket region. But McIntosh is there to mark for the Eagles.
To Lewis in the square. Across to the pocket and Heady. Chips it out. Worsfold, the old firm. Overlapping, another one of them. Peter Matera, second bounce, up towards the wing. Goes towards half forward, getting in front. Kellaway did well, affected the pass. Funky to Kellaway, brilliance there. Back comes Funky, strong tackle, got him down. Donnelly was the man who applied the tackle. Prescott throws it on the boot meantime, inside the 50. Jakovic defiantly. Waiting in front, McIntosh, Heady, Worsfold. Good shepherd too from Turnbull. Worsfold towards the outer side. Matera wanting a bounce, controlling the situation, stops, throws it in reverse, walks the tightrope out there, chips it along the boundary line. No margin for error. Gaspar taken front on. He'll get the free.
Well, interesting that Michael Gale some 100 yards away from Peter Matera. We'll have another look at this. Appeared to me to duck his head, but maybe a ball up would have sufficed.
8 possessions to Peter Matera so far. Been a good start by him as Heady's kick goes back towards that wing region, and Donnelly once again. He couldn't take it. Burke floats through. Goes back in towards Gale in the middle. Now he was off. McIntosh loses to Broderick. Broderick looks down towards Charles territory at full forward. Big Justin couldn't take the mark. Worsfold goes storming through, but without the ball. Daffy hits towards the boundary line. And over he goes with Paul Simmons.
This Michael Gale, it would appear, has a defensive role on Peter Matera. But I'm sure Robert Walls has asked him that when we've got the football, charge away and try and get as many touches as you can.
So Turnbull and Charles go at it once again. The Eagles' defence standing strong. It's Heady who kicks towards centre wing. Gale does well, not only to spoil but then to recover and boom a long kick back in towards full forward once again. Worsfold now being asked the question for the Eagles. Going to be beaten on this occasion, and the snap though is wide and out of bounds by Chaffey.
Matthew, well, you'd have to be fairly impressed with the start. The Tigers certainly running in straight lines, and they're creating a few Eagles errors just with pressure.
Yeah, the pressure's really good. I reckon, especially from our forward line at the moment. It's excellent, and Scotty Turner's kickouts have been first rate.
McIntosh the mark.
And what about Justin Charles? He looks as if he's could create some problems with his mobility for Ryan Turnbull.
Oh yeah, he's very keen, and as you see, he's taken a few good grabs already.
14 to 8. Boundary throwing out his side. Nichols coming onto the ground. Joel Bowden has been busy, is off. Prescott hurriedly away. Campbell down towards half forward, ill directed. McKenna gets in the road. Jakovic runs away from half back towards half forward. Gehrig fisted away well by Kellaway. There's Nichols. Not a few games for the West Coast Eagles. Kellaway, remarkable defender, over the top to the voice supplied by Michael Gale, who strides away, kicks towards half forward. Charles missed it. In characteristic fashion, McKenna mops up. Clever hand pass. Well, not exactly. Daffy's got it. Across it comes to Nichols. Gets one away. Bullis, 52 metres out. Nobody at home. How will it bounce? McIntosh tracks it back. Like a centre bounce it was. He took it, got it down to the rover. Lewis comes away, kicks it out towards right half back. Into space. Awkward bounce for all out there. Campbell runs back onto the ball, has it on the wing. Back inside the 50 come the Tigers again. Lovell was there. Good contest by Burke. McIntosh to Heady. They're combining pretty well in defence, the West Coast Eagles. Breaking down in midfield. Gehrig is strong with the hands that time. He's taken this mark well up the ground. There's a lead on towards the half-forward flank. Schofield's got it.
Still a long way out. But he should put them inside 50. Kick drops a little short. Philip Matera was there, unable to take it away. Locked up by the Tigers. Virtually sitting on it. Ross Funky. And losing it.
Punter coming onto the ground for Fraser Gehrig. So perhaps Mick Mulder's just chasing another crummer.
Here's Matera. No one in the square, just blasts away, but started it right. Philip Matera had booted 14 goals coming into this game for the season. West Coast now 1-3. With just over 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Turner again goes towards Gale on the outer side. And Brendan Gale takes them out. He'll be wanting a big night tonight for his 150th. Michael Gale's kick drops a little short. Ilya Grigic just frees himself of Wayne Campbell, and then the umpire says settle down a bit.
Once again, the Tigers coach Robert Walls has asked Paul Broderick to go man on man. He's currently in the back pocket. This is what happened here. Wayne Campbell getting one high, but the umpire not awarding it. So Paul Broderick is running with Jared Schofield all over the ground.
Morrison goes back to the big man who drifted down, now looks towards ball at full forward. One grab but couldn't take the mark. Philip Matera applies the tackle. It spills free to Turner, who's quite content to concede a behind. 2-2 plays 1-4.
Chad Morrison's got the job on the Richmond acting skipper in Wayne Campbell. And Campbell currently has 2-2, 4 possessions. He's come full circle, hasn't he, Chad Morrison? Started as a forward pocket, Dennis Goldstink, now a midfield tagger.
Yep. Scotty Turner assess the options, kicking in on the outer side. Broderick, nicely done, away to tape. It'll chip out wide. Gale's got it, thought about going on, didn't, feeds it back inside. Bauer with problems now, 2-on-1. Simmons knocked it down. Michael Gale picks it up to Prescott, throws it on the boot. Down towards half forward. Worsfold had it knocked away by Nichols. Chaffee, Bullis on the wing. Infield well played. Into space Tate. Runs through centre wing. Kicks inside the 50. Coming back is Burke. Behind Daffy. Can he control it, Daffy? Hooks from 15 metres out. Gets their third.
We reached 10 points and a crucial stage of this game. Just 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Tigers making another change. Miranda coming back out onto the ground from the middle. Lewis pushes wide. Heady will take the hand pass, but Miranda's right onto it. Coming off the bench now, Wirapunda. Centre wing Broderick. Gale is there also. Lovell back towards Lewis. Got a poor bounce. Tried to sock it clear, but was unable to do so. So Broderick takes it away from Prescott and kicks in towards full forward. The Eagles playing in front are able to spoil. That was McKenna initially. Look at them pounce on that.
An impressive start here by the Tigers. They really are working together well, applying some pressure. John Worsfold's been a good player for the Eagles, though, the skipper. He's already had 7 possessions. It's been a long time between drinks for the Eagles.
Into full forward. This is through. It's another one. So Tigers running hot in the last couple of minutes as Paul Bullis gets his first and Richmond's fourth. 4-2 plays 1-4.
And an impressive start once again. Charles, smart kick, wasn't it? And there was some suggestion of a free kick there by Glenn Jakovic. Looked a little bit each way. Wayne Campbell, wasn't Wayne, in fact Wayne Campbell.
I think it's Campbell's goal, isn't it?
It might well have been. Looked like Wayne Campbell got his boot to the ball. We'll play it to Wayne anyway until further notice. What do you think, Bullis?
Meantime, here's Bond out of the middle. Flattened as he kicked. No call up the ground. Nichols on his left foot pulls it back. Wide of the target. Kenna's got the free.
Paul Broderick coming off the ground for Joel Bowden. He may need the fourth umpire, or in fact the third umpire, to see if it was Bullis or Campbell. Bullis is the early favourite.
The decision. Turnbull up towards the wing. Prescott bounced off his chest. Lewis, nicely done. Down towards half forward goes the kick. Weapunda nicely comes away 55 metres out. Long kick off target, bounces against the behind post.
$16 points the margin. Chance for the Eagles. While it's in their attacking zone to score. The ball has it slapped away from him. Defensively to the line. Well done. Another throw in. When is the goal and who kicks it? Now,
what's the betting?
Did he get his beat to it? I think Paul Bullis.
I'll go Wayne Campbell.
Gee. I just thought Bullis' reaction may have told us something. What about Matera's here? Good spoil by Turner. Look at the tackling by Richmond. Very, very effective in this first quarter. They just push it wide in numbers. Cousins does well. Off to Lewis. Still a long way out. Will chip short in towards Lovell. Belted away from him. Lewis taken out of it. Picked up by Prescott. Back towards centre wing. McIntosh is there. Bit of holding on going on. McIntosh recovers well. Wide towards Jakovic. Almost runs out of room. In fact, does.
Well, it's been a fanatical start by the Tigers. They are really hot to trot at the present time. They're hunting in numbers, and it's a matter of where the Eagles respond. They certainly got the talent to go with the Tigers. No question about that, top of the ladder. But they look to be in a little bit of trouble at the moment.
Morrison got it from Lovell. Miranda slapped it out. Bowden knocks it inside the 50. Here's Jakovic again, close to the boundary line. Gets the kick off. Back towards centre wing. Terrifically done by Prescott, who's been most impressive. Cradles it in the one arm. Kicks inside the 50. Bullis almost. And there's the siren. He'd be happy, Robert Walls. Great start by the Tigers. 4-2 to 1-4.
You mentioned Prescott. He's had 10 kicks in the first quarter.
Something being said out there. Chris Lewis and the umpire having a word. And these days we're never sure what that can be about. The respective coaches, I think, tell the story with their facial expressions. Lewis, pretty good term too. Quarter time, the Tigers 4-2, West Coast 1-4.